Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NBA news. So we're around to it here. Been a few days, so we're probably have a lot of stuff to cover. So that's what I want to do. They might do a NASCAR news as well, just to catch up on that. So I haven't really covered much of that. I might do an NBA and NASCAR news video in this same video, but highly doubt I'll probably have to do a separate NASCAR video. But we'll get into it now. So a second Kobe Bryant statue will be unveiled in a private ceremony tomorrow, which is 8/2/24 per Act McTen. And quote, a statue depicting Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna Gigi Bryant will be unveiled in a private tented ceremony Friday outside of the Crypto.com arena. Sources told ESPN. The statue is the second of three planned monuments to the Los Angeles Lakers legend. The third statue is expected to be unveiled sometime next season, sources told ESPN, end quote. I mean, the fact they chose 8/2/24 to put this up just shows how much time they put into this release. Like, I believe the first one was unveiled on 2/8/24 or as well, or a similar date. So now they're doing 8/2/24. Hopefully it's better than the first one. Because the one the Lakers did wasn't great, the statue. Hopefully this one's much better. So hopefully they took their time and get it right and don't make any errors with this one. So it looks like there's going to be a third statue as well. So it's going to be 3 statues for Kobe. On the Volume Sports, Colin Cowherd, well, he's criticized Anthony Davis a lot, but he retracted his criticism of Anthony Davis. He's now calling him the second best big man in the NBA after Jokic and saying he chose Davis over Giannis. This dude's brain can't function right. The dude always has trash takes, and whenever he says something, he can't keep his word. He'll just retract that statement and say the opposite of what he said the first time. Like, dude, Giannis is one of the top players in the NBA. Like, wait, he's way better than Anthony Davis, dude. Like, spewing stupid ass NBA takes. So Gordon Hayward, he is retiring from the NBA. Apparently, just people don't realize how cold he was with the Jazz. Like, he had a good career and overcame one of the most gruesome injuries I'd ever seen. Like, last few years of his career wasn't great, but he was really underrated early on. A freak injury at Boston derailed him. Fresh off an All-Star appearance, he was great for a number of seasons. Utah. Then just that injury with the Celtics really ruined his career. So Brian Windhorst, after USA defeated South Sudan to qualify for the quarterfinals, he says Bam Adebayo was, end quote, all over him after yesterday's game. Bam Adebayo was all over me after the game because I speculate he might get his minutes reduced. How about you get all over a treadmill, Brian Windhorst? He was easily, probably, maybe the best player on the court yesterday for him. Played excellent. Dude, Buddy, a whole NBA award vote. Buddy's a whole NBA award voter and didn't know Bam is the best 1 through 5 switch defender in the NBA. Like, it's because your job is to watch and cover basketball, and you said the best switching 5 in the NBA might not play against a team where switching is needed. Like, come on, he was their best player yesterday. So, Shaq, and on the big pod with Shaq, says the Knicks are, end quote, nowhere close to winning a championship and blames New York for the hype. If to say they're nowhere close to winning a championship is blasphemy. Yeah, NYC hype is the reason why the Knicks won 50 games with tons of injuries, finished a 2 seed, and were close to making the conference finals. I guess the only upside with getting rid of NBA TNTs, you can actually have actual analysts that know basketball. And look, I'm not even a Knicks fan. Right? They're close to a championship. They got the perfect team. If they stay healthy, they're going to have a shot to win the championship. Like, fans, New York Knicks fans are excited for their best team they've put out in years. And the type of social media reaction you get is, oh, they're nowhere close to a championship. Well, would you rather be in the dump? They have a complete team that can compete with the Celtics now. Tommy! Matas Buzila says Carmelo Anthony is the greatest scorer ever. I don't think people realize how insane it was to guard him. He's talking like he guarded Melo. I feel like the best scorer ever is Kevin Durant. He's one of the best scorers, but he ain't the greatest scorer. That's just my thoughts. So, Windhorst said, I'm going to tell you right now, Steve Kerr is dropping aces. All of his game plans have been working. His lineup changes have worked. Steve Kerr's on a hot streak right now. If you're criticizing him, you're in a bad spot. I can speak on this as a Warriors fan. I don't think Steve Kerr was the one helping win games, buddy. Like, he literally coached a freaking super team. I mean, yeah, they won before. Well, I mean, didn't Walton coach the Warriors for the first 43 games, like in relief of Steve Kerr 1 year because he had back surgery? Well, 2022 wasn't a super team. Just Warriors, Curry, and just that defense, and how good they were that year, so. But this is like a dream. I'm not saying this is a dream team, but it basically is. It's a freaking stacked NBA roster. But he can coach. Like 2022, we didn't have a super team when we won, but come on, anybody can coach this freaking team. Julius Randle, he becomes eligible to sign a contract extension on Saturday, which could be worth up to $181.5 million over a maximum of 4 years per Fred Katzen. Should the Knicks give it to him? No. After Brunson took a team-friendly deal, Julius Randle should do the same because he's nowhere near Brunson. That's just my opinion. I just don't think Julius Randle's worth that much money. Yeah, he's a great player, but I don't think he's worth that much money. So an anonymous executive says he feels bad for Cade Cunningham and calls the Pistons situation a mess after drafting Ron Holland. And quote, I feel bad for Cade Cunningham. They've been rebuilding for years, even though they never planned on it. And this pick signals they might need to blow up the roster and start over again. I just don't see how Holland plays with Asar Thompson, Jane Ivey, and all their other young guys. That situation is a mess. Even when Holland was scoring in Vegas, it was so ugly to watch. I agree. When he asked for a trade, everyone better not blame him for leaving, because the Ron Holland pick, I don't know, like, even when he's scoring, it's just so ugly to watch. They're going to do nothing to help his career, and when he requests a trade in the future, he'll be labeled the bad guy. Just the supporting cast. I don't know about the supporting cast. It's just the spacing with this team. Oh my lord. I mean, Klintman can shoot good, but it's just realistically, you say, oh, Klintman, Tim Hardaway, Fontecchio. Well, here's the thing. How many minutes are those guys playing a competitive team? The issue is that the young core of guys you want to get the bulk of the minutes to are future from three, like Asar Thompson, not great. Holland isn't. Jaden Ivey's a work in progress from there. I mean, he's explosive, but I don't know. The Lakers are banking on the health of Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent to bolster their team, per Johan Buchholz. As things stand, the Lakers are preaching patience that the right trade will eventually materialize, while betting that healthier versions of Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent, the addition of Connect, and the promotion of Christie into the rotation will shore up the group perimeter defense, athleticism, and shoot. I mean, understand, like, Vanderbilt, at least his defensive value, like, his defense is some of the best in the league. But then Gabe Vincent. Like, dude sucks. They're banking on freaking Gabe Vincent, dude. It's a bold strategy. Anonymous member of the Chicago Bulls slams Zach LaVine. End quote. He's never won. He's done it in his way. The whole way, and he never won. If he's interested in winning, he'll do what's asked of him. If he's motivated to not be here, one way is to come, be compliant. I'm not part of the nerd community, I don't know what that word is. Or compliant, excuse me. And be who he is. Emoji. He's all they've had for a while. Dude, they are talking like they know how to run a team properly. They can't even rebuild or contend correctly. But when you're saying, he's never won, well, what year was he supposed to win? Like, his own team's saying that. And they're doing nothing to help him, like. So per Aaron J. Fentress, the Portland Trailblazers, they are expected to move at least one of Jeremy Grant or Anthony Simons per Aaron J. Fentress. They're going to move at least one of them. I think they're going to trade Jeremy Grant. Like, he's still really good, like 20 points per game and 40% from 3 the last 2 years. And he could be a good defender in like a scaled down role. So I think they'll move Jeremy Grant more likely. Draymond Green could retire in 2 years. Well, he could? Wow, I could have told you that. I mean, he has 3 years left on his contract, though. It's probably be like 2 more years and then he'll retire. Well, he had a good career. I'll see if any more news here. So, Colin Cowherd calls Joel Embiid overrated. Beyond padding and stats, Philadelphia keeps running coaches through him and teammates through him. And in the weaker Western Conference, he's yet to win a second-round playoff series. I mean, he's accurate. He's right, though. He's the only MVP to never make a conference finals. But, I mean, the dude was so with Tobias Harris, though, and not great teammates. I mean, well, he has Tyrese Maxey now, Paul George. So, now, I mean, the excuses are kind of running out, though. I mean, this is a pretty easy take. Like, he's overrated. He can't win a second round playoff series. So Keyshawn Johnson talked about Kevin Durant after, I think it was on Undisputed. Like, it was after KD's big game in the first game of the Olympics, and then LeBron had a good big one as well. And Keyshawn Johnson said, if I put Paul Pierce on the Golden State Warriors with Klay Thompson, Draymond, and Steph Curry, you don't think he could do the same shit? No, because Paul Pierce is not Kevin Durant. Paul Pierce is not one of the best scorers of all time. Never compare Paul Pierce to KD then. Like, dude, why do they have Keyshawn Johnson talk about basketball? Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Just have him talk about football. My lord. Draymond Green, he believed Jalen Brunson followed his example by taking the pay cut. He did the Draymond Green. I signed that 4 year for $110 million. If I waited, I could have gotten 4 for $180, but I needed to lock my money in. And yada yada yada, and then I don't get it, I just wasn't willing to take that risk. Ain't nobody calling a pay cut the Draymond Green. Bro, this dude always trying to pay everything in LA. That's wild. Yeah, but that's all the NBA want to talk about here on that show, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, Alpha Life. Peace.